Kazuto, bring me my water bottle.
Here it is.
Kazuto, I'm tired. Rub my shoulders for me.
Sure, I'll be happy to. My name is Kazuto Kiramoto. I'm a talent manager for a small agency in the region. And the one ordering me around like I'm her personal servant is Rei Ichiyanagi. She's a senior in high school, and also one of the idols working for the agency. Well, as you can see, she's the selfish type that expects me to serve her every whim. But if that gets out, it will cause big trouble for everyone, so please keep it to yourself. She used to work at a major talent agency, but about a year ago, she left that place and joined our agency instead. I was told it was because she had constant ongoing conflicts with the idols and the staff at that company. Because of that, the agency decided to handle the problem by letting her go. But I don't think they were telling me the whole truth. There's no doubt that if you just look at how she normally acts, she seems like nothing more than a troublemaker. But within her incessant demands, I also sensed her pursuit of perfection as she strived towards becoming the ideal idol. One of the reasons for her horrible attitude is probably the fact that she takes everything too seriously as she tries to reach her goals. And she gets misunderstood by others because of it too. At least, that's what I think. Above all, I can't help but think that the reason behind all of her selfish and unreasonable requests is…
Kazuto, I feel like having raspberry ice cream right now. So get it for me within the next, 10 minutes.
Yes, ma'am. This kind of interaction is practically a daily routine by now.
Can I have a moment, Kazuto?
One afternoon, one of my seniors at the agency, Mao Senri, came over to talk to me. Mao used to be an idol at this agency, but she's now the talent manager. Mao was the person that first inspired me to become an idol manager in the first place. Back when I was a student, I just failed my university entrance exams and I was at the lowest point in my life. A friend noticed that I was slipping in depression and tried to drag me out of it by taking me to Mao's concert. At that time, Mao was a popular idol, well known as the pride of the local area. And I was awestruck by her performance. She was the person who started my obsession with idols and landed me where I am today. What's going on? I felt a little nervous seeing her so close, even though it's been years since she last performed. She hasn't changed at all. I'm reminded of the idol who shines so brightly up on that stage every time I see her.
There's someone I want you to meet. Shizuka, say hi.
Hello, I'm Shizuku Asamiya. I'm 17 years old, a sophomore in high school. It's nice to meet you.
Oh, it's nice to meet you. I'm Kazuto Kiramoto. Could you be the new girl we were talking about recently?
That's right. She's one of our new rising stars.
That's not… someone like me.
Shizuku, I told you this before. Don't put yourself down for no reason.
Sorry.
She seems really shy. To be honest, I don't get the feeling that this is something she wants to do. But if Mao introduced her to me personally, there must be some hidden potential that I'm missing.
I'd appreciate it if you can take her under your wing.
Me?
Yes, I think you're the perfect person to take Shizuku on. I know that you already have a lot on your plate with your current charge, but can I trouble you with Shizuku as well?
I get it. I can't say no if you're the one asking, Mao.
Thanks. Well, I knew you weren't the kind of guy to refuse. I'll leave the rest to you then.
Mao was gone before I could say anything. Hello again. Can I call you Shizuku?
Oh, yes, Shizuku's fine.
You don't have to be so nervous.
Okay.
She's quite the nervous Nelly. In that case, can you wait here for a moment, Shizuku? I got at my desk and made my way to the little room at the back of the office. Shizuku, please come over here.
Coming.
When I hear the pitter-patter of her footsteps approaching… Right, now's a perfect time. Heave-ho, here we go. Get a load of this. It's my handy loach scooper. This is a diamond loach scooper. Why diamond, you ask? Because it's sharp enough to take all your worries and shred them to pieces, of course. Huh? Why did she get all stiff? Don't tell me she has no sense of humor. Ugh. She must be my mortal enemy. As Shizuku's laughter echoed in the office, I felt an overwhelming sense of relief. Looks like that worked at least. I finally got a laugh out of you. You have a nice smile.
Of course I laugh when I see something like that. Did you pull a loach scooper out of your hat or something?
You've got the right idea. Keep it up and send out that cheerful energy to all of your fans.
Okay, I'll do my best.
For the time being, I accompanied Shizuku to all of her lessons. She's still more introverted and shy about most things, but forcing her to change isn't really my style. On the contrary, her shyness is a unique selling point that could help to attract more fans. In terms of the skills required of an idol, she still has quite a lot of room for improvement. But I feel like this is something that can't be solved in the short term anyway. However, I did notice a certain star quality in her, or rather, in her voice. That's right. She just has that special something when she sings that pulls people in. This is probably why Mao brought her to me. So I'll think of it as my duty from now on to help that talent blossom and achieve its full potential. On that day, I was walking side by side with Shizuku after one of her lessons.
I'm sorry, Kazuto. There's still so many things I'm not good at.
It's too early to be worried. You're just starting out after all. Remember, failure is the mother of success. And no matter how strict your instructors were, I think it's great that you took their advice for what it was instead of getting defensive.
Thank you. You're really kind, Kazuto. I thought idol managers were supposed to be scarier than this.
Managers have a lot going on too, you know. It's good to know you aren't afraid of me, though.
You have your load scooper to thank for that.
Nothing's too stupid if it works. More importantly, you must be getting tired from taking so many classes at the same time. If so, don't hesitate to tell me. It's only a small matter to tweak your schedule after all.
I'm fine. This much I can still handle. And the more lessons I have, the more I get to spend with you. Forget I said that.
Huh?
Kazuto, can I ask you a favor?
That's rare coming from you. What is it?
That is... Can we hold hands?
Huh? Hold hands? Without thinking, I parroted her words back at her.
That means no, right?
Oh, no, I mean, I was just taken aback because that wasn't at all what I was expecting.
If that's all you want, here.
Looks like I didn't hear wrongly.
Thank you.
Shizuku's hand encircled the tips of my fingers in a light grasp. Indeed, a very Shizuku-like way of holding hands.
Since you're already holding it, you should go for a firmer grip. In that case...
This time, she grabbed the palm of my hand tightly in her own. I still feel like smiling when I recall the strength in that grip. I never thought Shizuku could be so proactive.
Kazuto, thank you for including my selfish request. I look forward to working with you for a long time to come.
Yeah, me too. A few days later, Ray came to find me while I was going through some paperwork.
Hey, you should come to observe my class today.
That's unusual. You normally tell me not to come.
And by that, I meant you should just show up occasionally. But nobody said that you could ever leave me completely alone. In the first place, you're a manager, aren't you? Don't you think that you've been neglecting me lately?
Sorry about that. You have more experience than Shizuku, so I thought you'd be fine on your own. And I also asked Mao and some of the others to step in if anything does happen.
I know. Mao already told me. But today we're putting the finishing touches on an important routine. I want you to be there. So you better show up. Get it? Capiche?
And so, for the first time in a pretty long time, I came in to observe one of Ray's classes. Watching her dance truly is an amazing sight. I was fully absorbed in her performance before I realized it. That was how overwhelmingly attractive her dancing was. Ray's dancing skills have been recognized as top class, even at the major talent agency she was previously from. Of course, having seen her dance for myself countless times, I know that she lives up to all the high praise. On top of that, I saw her dancing skills and it significantly improved even more in this short period of time. Seriously, take my eyes off her for just a little while and she's grown so much it's like she's a completely different person.
What did you think? How was my dance?
It was wonderful. Only you could pull it off.
I know, right? This much should have been a given. At this rate, I might be able to qualify for the main round of the Venus Grand Prix.
The Venus Grand Prix is a tournament-style competition held once every year. It's a competition to determine the next top idol of Japan, and is split into 3 groups depending on the number of years someone has been active as an idol. But to get there, contestants first have to pass a qualifying round. I'm sorry to say that there hasn't been anyone yet from our little agency who's managed to qualify for the main round. It's certainly true that Ray has a chance of passing the qualifiers at her current level. At least that was the feeling I had after watching her dance.
I'll be the first person from this agency to get the main round of the Grand Prix. That should be good for your status in the company too, right?
Well, me aside, it would definitely be great for your future prospects. So, even if it's going well now, don't let your guard down and continue working hard.
That's what I was going to do anyway.
Why don't we start thinking about heading back then? I'll call a car.
Oh, wait. Let's take the train today.
Where'd this come from? You told me you hated taking trains because you don't like dealing with crowds.
I just feel like taking the train today. So we're both going to take the train back together.
Sure, if you're okay with it, I guess I don't mind. Under the gentle glow of the setting sun, Ray and I walked side by side along the path from the station back to the agency. Oh, there's a stall selling roasted sweet potatoes over there. You never see those anymore. Want to buy some since it's here?
I'll pass. What's so special about sweet potatoes anyway?
Right, I'm gonna get some. I bought 2 roasted sweet potatoes from the small food stall.
Come on, don't you want some freshly roasted and delicious sweet potatoes? I guess I have no choice. It's not often that you buy food for me, so I suppose I can eat it. Just so you know, I don't actually like sweet potatoes or anything.
Okay, I get it.
They're so warm and sweet. But when you eat sweet potatoes, you're more likely to,
Fart?
Idiot! Don't just say it out loud like that. In front of the lady, too.
I'm sorry, it just came out. But idols are human too, and I don't think it's something to be ashamed of. I don't care at all, so it's totally fine. It's actually healthier to just let it go. You don't need to hold back on my account.
Now you're just running your mouth. There's no way I'd do something like that. Don't tell me you were silently hoping all along to know what I smell like down there, you pervert manager.
Hold it right there. There's no way I'll think of something like that. And is that how you've been seeing me all this time?
It's how I'm seeing you now.
No hesitation at all, I see. 3 months after that incident, I called both Ray and Shizuku to the agency. Sorry to disturb you when you're busy. I called you here today to update you on the Venus Grand Prix qualifiers. The agency has decided to go ahead and put you 2 in as one unit. You 2 will be working together from now on. So keep that in mind going forward.
Are you sure it's okay for me to join the Venus Grand Prix too?
Of course. There's no rule that says you can't. And you made some great improvements lately in both dancing and singing. I don't see why you can't compete too.
Really? I'm happy to hear that from you, Kazuto. I'll do my best to make you proud.
Thank you, Shizuku.
I object. I can pass the qualifications on my own. It's meaningless to group me together with this total newbie. You said it yourself, didn't you? That I had the chance of making it through?
This was decided by the agency, but if you ask me, this is the best decision they could have made. That is, if we really want to make it through to the main round of the Grand Prix. It's true that I told you it's possible to pass the qualifiers at your current level, but I've ultimately come to the conclusion that your chances aren't that good. The Venus Grand Prix is a big deal, and even passing the qualifiers isn't an easy feat. But someone like you who's participated before, you should know that better than anyone.
If you're telling me I really have no choice but to team up with that girl, I'd rather not compete at all.
Turning your back on me, Ray ran out of the agency.
Kazuto.
Awkwardly standing there alone, Shizuku looked at me uneasily. Sorry for making you worry, Shizuku. Everything will be fine. I expected this to happen after all. I'm going after Ray. Sorry, but can you go to Mao for now? She'll tell you what to do.
I understand.
After leaving the agency, I took the train to the next station and ran to the park nearby. From there, I made my way to a little plaza at the corner of the park. Just as I expected, I saw Ray sitting on a bench there.
Kazuto, how did you find me?
Because I'm your manager, of course. I know this is your secret place, where you do your special training almost every day. And also that this is where you always come when you're sad or frustrated. You visited this place countless times in the beginning, and you were forced to change agencies without a justifiable reason.
Yes, I did. I remember you spent hours searching for me.
Yeah, you really gave me a rough time back then. I had no idea where you kept running off to all the time. I had to ask way too many people to find out.
That was our beginning, wasn't it? When we officially started working together. No matter what happened, you always put me first when making decisions. You stood against the people who couldn't see past the rumors from my previous agency and argued my case tirelessly. That's why I've always been grateful to you, even now, even that I'm only where I am thanks to you. So I get it. I get what you're trying to say isn't wrong. I know that I can't win the Venus Grand Prix with just my own abilities, but I can't do it. I can't bear the thought of having to team up with your favorite girl, even though I know that's the best decision. I don't want to, because I want to be your number one. I want to be your special person.
Ray, along with her tears, her true feelings that she'd been bottling up for such a long time came spilling out as well. Watching her pain, I felt my heart tighten in my chest. Now that's come to this, I'm gonna be honest with you too. Sitting down to Ray, I gently pulled her into my arms. I can't give you special treatment, but more than just an idol under my management, you're also an important person to me. So if you really don't want to form a unit with Shizuku, I won't force you. I'll talk to Mao and the CEO for you. I really do want to see you standing up there as the winner of the Venus Grand Prix. But the Grand Prix isn't everything. We can always find another way together.
Kazuto, fine, I'll work together with Shizuku.
Are you sure? You have to force yourself, you know.
I'm sure now that I know what you think of me. And I also want you to see me standing up there with the trophy in my hand. If the only way to get there is to team up with Shizuku, then I'll do it.
Thank you, Ray.
I don't need your thanks. I'm sorry too for saying all those selfish things.
Don't worry about it. This wouldn't have happened if I had been more aware of how you were feeling. This was my failure as her manager. I'd have to do better in the future.
Say, Kazuto, if I manage to win the Venus Grand Prix,
No, it's nothing.
but I do have a favor to ask. Hug me one more time.
Okay. At that moment, there were two people watching us from afar.
I'm glad. Who would have thought Ray running off would be a blessing in disguise? Shizuku, did you want a hug from Kazuto too?
Yes, that's why I feel so jealous of Ray right now.
You could just ask Kazuto for it when you're alone together.
I think I'm too shy for that. And I have no reason to ask for something like that anyway. Whether as an idol or as a woman, I don't want to lose to Ray.
Well, now, I never thought I'd see the day when just shy and withdrawn Shizuku took a rival so seriously. There's no doubt that this will bring a great transformation in her. With the way it's going, maybe the idea that the girls will come out on top of the entire Venus Grand Prix isn't just an empty pipe dream.
Mo, could you give me some tips for my dancing and singing practices?
It'll be my pleasure.
Thank you so much.
As the sunset slowly dyed the sky in beautiful shades of orange and yellow, Mao and Shizuku left quietly. The days passed quickly after that, and before I knew it, it was time for the qualifying round of the Venus Grand Prix. I was with Ray and Shizuku in their waiting room, waiting for them to be called up. I think they should be calling you pretty soon, but just remember what you learned in your classes and everything will be okay.
Kazuto, if we pass the qualifications, would you please go out on a date with me?
Huh? My only reaction was to exclaim in shock. I never expected Shizuku of all people to ask such a bold question.
Hold on, you're getting ahead of yourself. If we pass the qualifications, you're going out with me, Kazuto. You're my manager after all. Kazuto is my manager too. And I was the one who asked first, so Kazuto will be going out with me.
Wait, girls, Al, stop pulling me. Excuse me, your turn is coming up soon, so can you start getting ready? Sorry, am I interrupting something? No, not at all. Nothing to see here. Come on, you two, we said it's your turn.
It can't be helped. Let's call it truce for now. You're right. We'll talk about the date after the qualifications are over. Kazuto, we're definitely gonna blow this out of the water, so you better keep your eyes on me when we're up there. Please watch over me too.
Yeah, I'll be watching. I believe in you, both of you. Break a leg out there.
We'll see you later.
The two of them left the waiting room in high spirits and took the next step forward in their journey to stardom.
Thank you for watching. How was today's video? Please check out our other videos as well.